Hello viewers of my YouTube channel, this is Matze Glatze and this time I want to introduce my new tank. It's called the Mark 15, and after our last voyage to some real tanks like the EBR 105, I tried this time to build my most favorite tank in World of Tanks, and this is the E25. This is a German tank destroyer. It has had nothing rotating turret, but it's a fixed gun like this, where you can decline the gun only in small arc, but finally in World of Tanks it's a very fast tank, very nimble, very good camouflage, and as I said, it's my favorite tank. So I tried to make it very realistic, and so I implemented and attached a lot of armor plates and so on, and hopefully you enjoy the style, for example with the lower plate and the upper plate. And the upper plate is also with some functionality, and the functionality is that behind this plate you can find the switch on, switch off switch, and yes, so let's take a look for the innovations. As you can see, we have some very big track wheels, and I take them out from my crawler or the Volvo excavator. For example, they are using this type of tires, and then you can use the big the big wheels to pull the tracks. Here this is Lego standard tracks, as you can see here. Also you can see that the lower chassis is very complete. The idea here with the mud flaps and also these mud protectors is to have a very realistic design. So let's switch on the tank. So then we close it, and now as you can see, this is the well-known infrared steering control, and as we can see, just a second, that's a problem. What was it? Yes, it was already switched on. Okay, so as you can see here, you have some lights, front lights and the back light, like this. Let's take a look for the back. You can see there are two engines inside it, two 8-cylinder engines, let's just call it piston engines, and you can, by using the train infrared controller, it's possible to have several round per number settings. Yes. Finally, here some exhaust, two exhausts. And it looks very similar to that of the E25. For the I added some springs. Obviously, it's a mix from torsion and springs. That means you have some axles that go inside, and inside there are on every wheel there's one spring. So what is new? It's not really new. I use two XL engines for the rear wheels and two M engines or motors for the front. The reason is I wanted to have very good speed, and finally this is the best way if you want to have some driving performance. As you can see here, it's very fast. Everything is possible, rotating on the place, even On this kind of surface, it's absolutely no problem. And it's more or less, it's in front tank, and it's not some, yeah, let me say, technically improved with all this tank steering, with the several differentials and so on, because there's a lot of friction inside the gears, and yeah, if you avoid all the gears, you have the full performance of the engines. Why it's so fast? Yes, as you know, I always use the 3S LiPo technology. That means we have a nominal 11.1 volts, but finally, if it's completely charged, you have around about 12 volts, and these 12 volts, it's more than enough to, that the XL engine is rotating with around about 600 rounds per minute, and this makes a lot of speed. Why have two different engines inside this model? Quite easy. If you are on flat terrain, it's the M motor has very high round per minute, and this means that also the XL motor is around about at the 600 RPMs. But if you have, if you go to off-road or like this, then the high torque of the XL is available to drive in any direction or make these turns on the place. So, also you can see how the gun is working. The gun can rotate, it's a very small angle, yes I know, but finally this is the price for this concept. So this is upside, and now the downside. Downside is very nice. Would be if I have this angles in World of Tanks for my E25 would be very nice. This is more than less like the Stuor Emil or something like this. Perhaps if you take a look for the design of this tank, what do you believe? Now, it's something like in Hellcat without rotating turret? Don't know. But now what you can see here, these are the springs, and this is one of the improvements. The other models always use some rubber bands, but unfortunately the rubber bands, they make me sick, to be honest, because always they are lost, and they have not the torque and so on, and they are destroyed after, let me see, 3 weeks, 4 weeks without doing nothing, according to degradation. Temperature degradation, UV degradation, don't know. And so I use these springs, and these springs are always in the perfect shape, as you can see here. Here I use the well-known Autoloader magazine. In that case, normally you can add 5 shots, but 6 shots are also available, or possible, let me say in that way. So let's fix it. Fortunately, what's going on here? So now, then let's raise up the gun, turn into your direction, and bring the shot. So no problem, another shot, 6 shots in a row, that's very nice. And finally my E25 in World of Tanks, I have around about 2.13 seconds, and here, it's close to it. So what is the last functionality? Let's take it so you can see it. The well-known machine gun with the light effect and the very nice sound. Isn't it?
Attack.